hitting that like button, subscribing, my people. Come on in. Let's talk about your relationship. If you got a relationship with somebody and you take away the weed, the pills, the alcohol, the sex, and all that other stuff that keeps y'all combined, if you take all that out, would you still want to be with them? Would you still like them? You know, sometimes we smoke and drink and we forget about that they're not really for us. We just like to, you know, fall into that temptation to have sex and stuff. But if you take all that away, would you like him? Would you still like her? Would you still want to marry that person? Come on, we gotta start taking all that temptation, all that stuff that make us bond together. Take all that away and just have your love without sex and they company. Would you still want to be with them? Would you still want to marry them? Let's remove the weed, the sex, the pills, the alcohol from the relationship and see what you have. Will you still want that relationship? Will you still want one another? Will you still get married? If you take all your habits away that you do together. If you ain't got no habits and it's all based off just love and maybe sex, okay, that's good. But if you take that sex away, would you still want them? You hear me? Would you still want them if you take that away? And we got to learn as humans that we are in control of our mind, body, and soul. And we don't you can't let the devil take over that. Your mind, your body, your soul, my people. That's why you got to wake up and come to God. Get that dark cloud from over your head. You take all them things away, would you still want that person? Would you still want that person? Would you still want to be with that person? If you take everything away that you do together, I'm talking about the addictions. I'm talking about take that away. I'm not talking about going to church and going to the grocery store, all that. I'm talking about everything else that make you be together because you might smoke weed together. You know what I'm saying? You might call up and you might drink together. You know, you have a drinking thing together. But if you take all that away, what is your relationship about? You hear me? Would you still be happy with one another if you take that stuff away? That's why you got to build your relationship off how he treats you. Is he making you happy? If you comfortable, do he make you feel safe? We have to base our relationship off that stuff instead of all these addictions. Do he make you feel safe? Is he a good provider? Do he make you feel comfortable? Do you miss him when he gone? You know what I'm saying? We got to stop basing our relationship off habits that we pick up when we meet one another. Like you might meet somebody and y'all might smoke weed together, and then you start being together, hanging together because y'all smoke together. But do you really like each other? Do you really love him if you take all that away? Is you with someone just because they got money and a car, material things? Take all those material things away and see what you still like that person. I'm telling you, we got to change, my people. We can't be, we only go with one another and be with one another because of our habits and what they got. What if they didn't have all that? Would you still like them? Would you still want to be with them? You hear me? I'm just making you look at it in another angle. Look at it in another angle. Mm-hmm. Come on, my people. Take it with a grain of salt, my people. Sit down. Put your pros together and your cons together. All your bad things you and that relationship got going on, and all your good you and that relationship got going on. And see which one. If the bad outweigh the good, You don't need to be with that person. If the good outweigh the bad, okay, you can work on all that other stuff you got going on. You hear me? Real talk, my people. I know y'all don't like to listen to Stephen Fluent, cause Stephen Fluent be telling that, talking that stuff, don't it? People don't like to listen to me no more, huh? Cause people don't like to hear the truth. So I have to accept the truth when people tell me the truth about myself. So we got to learn how to take that truth and turn that shit around to make it, you know. But I'm telling you, you come to God, God will open your eyes about all that shit that you're going in through with a relationship if it's not healthy. If your relationship is not healthy, you don't need to be with nobody. You know, if that relationship is not healthy, he don't make you feel secure, he not providing right. I'm talking about real providing. I ain't talking about give you $30, $40 here and there. I'm talking about a real provider. Come on, my people. You know, cause some of us be with one another cause of what they could do for us. If you take what you do for them away, would they still want to be with you? You hear me? Would you still want to do? Would they still want to be with you? I'm telling my people. I'm telling. I was with mine because I was trying to be real true love. He didn't have a job. You know what I'm saying? Then I realized he really wasn't a good provider. I'm telling you, got to sit down and think about this stuff. I'm telling you, some of us be with one another because we really love them, and some of us just be with one another because they could put a roof over our head. They got a car. You can't be with nobody for that stuff. You got to be with somebody because you really pure do love them. Now, if they take all that stuff away, it's just you and him in a hole, but you still want to be with him. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it that way. If I was in a hole with this man and he can't provide enough for me, would I still want him and still love him? You know what I'm saying? Is it true love? Is it real pure love? Or is it what you can provide and give one another? I'm telling you, you're supposed to provide and give one another security. To be safe, worry free. You got to be with someone because of that. And then if they could provide that security and make you safe and all that, and then all that other stuff, shit, you put that in there, you'll be good. I'm telling my people, we got to wake up and realize, stop being with one another. That's why there's so many people dying in relationships and stuff, because we with one another because they got weed or they got a nice car and all that stuff, and you really don't like them. You growing angry and stuff against them, because when that time comes, when you're fighting and arguing, you make a mistake and hit them the wrong way, you didn't abuse them. We got to be careful who we be within a relationship and what that relationship providing. If that relationship ain't providing, if that relationship only providing material things, you don't need to be in that relationship because that person's not for you. You get your material things and all your habits, you can do that on your fucking own. I'm telling y'all, better wake up, smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the perfume, whatever, which one you got to do. Smell the Stephen Fluent and good food. But I ain't want none of y'all just come in and see what you're doing, hoping that you coming to God, because we can't make it without God, my people. You think you can make it without God, but you don't know it is spiritual out here. It's spiritual warfare out here in these streets. It's about your mind, body, and soul out here in 2022. So I didn't want none. I just had thought about that. If you take your weed, if you remove the weed, the sex, the pills, and the alcohol from the relationship, would you still want that person? I love y'all. Deuces.